All right, hey guys, welcome back to Rob's Arcade. I, of course, am your host, Mr. Rob French, and today we are addressing a very specific question. How many comics is too many comics? How many boxes of comics do you need? Is there such thing as too many comic books? We're going to be checking out that question here on Rob's Arcade. Please don't go anywhere, guys. This is going to be a really, really cool episode. Stay tuned.
Rob's Arcade, Rob's Arcade, where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
All right, so about a year ago, like 11 months ago, I did a video trying to calculate exactly how many comic books I've accumulated over like the 30 years that I've been reading comic books. And it came to a pretty heavy number. Like I was really, really impressed. If you want to see it, check out that video. It's really cool. I think it's like the season finale, episode 41 of Rob. I can't remember. Anyway, it's a great episode, and I was like just grabbing comics and just like counting comics and trying to make sure like how many comics, is it worth all this stuff? And now I'm looking around thinking like, man, I may have too many comics. And the reason I say that is because every time I go to put my comic books away, it takes me forever. There are so many boxes, so many different categories, so many things to go through. And just, it's a lot of moving around, like back at the house, I had a big layout in the game room. I had tons of room. Here in the apartment, there's not that much room. In fact, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But before I do, I kind of want to dive into like some of my first comic book boxes. And in fact, when I first started collecting, I didn't even really have any comic book boxes. My dad actually found me a really cool antique like medicine cabinet. It was like a doctor, like a military doctor's medicine cabinet, something you might see like in an OR or something like that. And the width and the dimensions were perfect, where you could keep supplies and stuff underneath on a little shelf, and then it had like four glass walls, or actually three glass walls, and then a solid back where I could display my comics in two stacks side by side, and then still have some room in the middle for like, I don't know, comic cards and things like that. But back then it was a lot of like horror comics and stuff, not a lot of like, superhero stuff. And I just remember like there were no bags and boards. In fact, my cousin Andy, rest in peace, he was the first person back when I was probably about 13 years old to even mention what bags and boards for comics were. I had even like no idea what this even was. I had all my books loose, like I said, in two stacks, side by side, a little gap in between each other in this little cool little glass cabinet. And then my father actually picked up a cool ammo case, which I'm going to show you here in a minute, that I was able to keep my comic books in. Again, loose, nothing really bagged and boarded. And then finally, when I started actually hitting different comic shops like Richmond Comics, Stories, Fantastic Comics, Nostalgia Plus, and then of course River City, James River Comics? James River Comics, right across the street from me. I started like actually grabbing boxes and bags and boards and stuff like that. But now I've got, so many boxes, and I feel like it's not enough. So that's why I'm kind of hanging out with you guys today. We're going to look at this. We're going to see what I'm talking about. And I want you guys to tell me like, hey man, when is enough? Like when do you, like, we get it. You like comic books. Do you have to keep doing this every week? It's like every week. It's like, man, I got too many comic books. And then every Wednesday I'm out buying another half a dozen. So anyway, let's take a look at exactly what I'm talking about when I'm saying I have perhaps, excuse me, too many comics. Okay. So right now, what we're looking at is basically an old like military ammo case. This was something my father came across back when I was, gosh, just a kid, like 10 years old or so, and I liked it a lot, and he let me keep it. It's really neat. It like locks on the sides here, you know, on both sides. You can lock it completely tight on both sides, and it's just wide enough for comic books. And this is what I upgraded to after the little medicine cabinet was just no longer big enough to support my comic book needs. And you know, books started sliding all around, and it actually kind of broke. Some of the glass broke out of it. Just being a kid, I upgraded to this guy, and also to like just different boxes. I mean, I just remember having like actual like cardboard boxes, and this guy, just full of boxes. No, excuse me, full of comics. Now I've got actual comic book boxes, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go take a look at those right now. So come on, let's go take a look. All right, we're going to enter my wife's office here, which is kind of like her office. She's got like her vanity in here. There we go. Got some lights on, get some lights going in here. And then in the closet, we keep all of our board games. And then, of course, all of my comics. So let's go ahead and we'll switch around and show you guys what I'm talking about here. You have to try to forgive me here. It's kind of like I'm in the middle right now. Actually, like this is the stack of comics over the last few weeks that I've read that I have yet to actually put away. And that's a problem too. I don't do it every week. I should probably do it like every single week, just put away the books, but I don't. I wait like 2 or 3 weeks and I got a stack like that. Doesn't even stay up, it just falls over. And then I've got all these boxes that I have to kind of manipulate in order to put these guys away. You know, we have like Marvel I through S and S through W. We got Independence and DC, G through Z. We got Superman boxes, Spawn. These guys actually really cool, and they house my illustrated classics here that were handed down to me from my uncle. I have 2 of these, and they both have classics illustrated inside here. Very cool. But aside from these, all right, so let's count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 13, 14, and 15 boxes there. If we walk back out here, we're going to go ahead and count this guy as 16. But hold on, wait, there's more. We're heading now back to the bedroom where I do most of my comic book reading. We're gonna flip the camera around real quick, guys. Hold on, just hold on 1 second here. Okay. All right, so if we come over here, we got R4 hanging out. What's up, buddy? How we doing? Awesome, always good. All right, so we got 3 more here. All right, that's a stack that I'm currently reading. Got 3 more here, and then if we just back up, we're gonna back up, walk past the bed. Hopefully I don't hit anything. We got this guy here. All right, so, wait, how many was that? Jeez. All right, hold on, wait, I lost count. Wait 1 second. And I think that makes 20. That's box 20. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 in here, 16 in the other room. So all together, all right, let's go ahead and count. All right, 1, come over here, we got 2, 3, 4. Come in here. I'm gonna go ahead and count this guy as number 5. Go back in here. And then this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It'll be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. There we go. We got a couple of these guys as well. So 20 boxes, guys. It's 20 boxes of comics all together. And oddly enough, you know, it's not enough. I need more. I need more boxes. The funny thing was, when I first started actually buying comic book boxes, it was like I just needed like a box for my Marvel stuff, a box for my DC stuff, a box for my Image stuff, you know. Now I have multiple boxes for these things. Like I have multiple boxes for DC, as you saw. Like we got A through this, G through that, blah, 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 blah. Same thing with Marvel, same thing with Image. And then it carried over to where we have things like characters now have like multiple boxes. You know, there's not like, you know, I have like my Marvel characters that have like A through whatever and H through this, but then Spider-Man has his own box. Batman has his own box. So what I mean is, you know, now that I have the top off of this guy, this is all Spawn. This is all Spawn comics right here. All the original Spawns. Spawn 1 is in here. Got a couple like the comic book from the toys in the line here. That one we don't read, and we have a couple we do read. Let's see. That one, you know, we can read. Got a couple here. Got a couple of 3s. Got a couple probably 4s maybe. A couple of 5s. We don't read that 5. That 5 we can read. So this is all the original Spawn. So like outside, it has a sticker, we don't read it. Outside of just my Image comics, Spawn has his own box, but not just one box. Come on, we're gonna walk back through here again. Spawn has, you know, he has 2 boxes, and I think I need a 3rd coming up now. Like this is my other Spawn box right here. All right, now again, we got the lid off, and again, like I can barely get my fingers in here. But you know, we got all these are Spawn. You know, this is all Spawn. And then back here, this is another Image box that has just Image. We have Marvel I through S. We have Marvel X through Z. These are just various comics here. Let me go ahead and we'll jump in this guy where these aren't like Marvel or DC. These are just weird, oddball. You know, we got free comics in here. Wildstorm. Just different companies you might not really see a whole lot of. We got a lot of Dynamite in here. NEC. NEC. We got these guys also from Dynamite. Sailor Moon from this company. Like, there's a lot of weird oddball. Now Comics. Bongo. Just a lot of various miscellaneous stuff here. We got a box for Dark Horse, IDW, another box for just Marvel, DC, Nightwing. Nightwing has 2 boxes. Let's see here. We got Spider-Man, and then I think, yeah, 2 Spider-Man boxes. We got 2 Spawn boxes. We got a Superman box. This is just another DC box here. Then we go back here real quick. This is again is another Image, and then this is all my Batman stuff. So outside of the 2 DC boxes I have 2 boxes of Batman comics and like Robin and all that stuff. These are books I haven't even like read yet. Well, I have read. These are, I'm gonna go back and read these again because I like this a lot. Haven't read this yet. You know, I mean, it's just, they're everywhere. It's like, you know, you can't turn around and not see comic boxes and comic books and superheroes. It's like everywhere. All right, guys. Well, I mean, there it is. Like, I mean, that's my collection right there. I mean, like, you know, thousands and thousands of comic books. You know, I went from like just having a couple of stacks of comic books to now having stacks of boxes of comic books. And, you know, I just don't know, like, how many is too many? Like, you know, do I need to thin the herd? Do I need to get rid of some? What? Just need to maybe hope one day we'll just get a bigger house and I'll have plenty of room for all this stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I just want to know what you think. Sometimes I'll look around. I'm getting ready to go now and put away some of these comics, straighten out some of these boxes, kind of like get my collection together. But I know we're here fast approaching the end of February. And I feel like by the time I start hitting the comic book shop here in March, I'm going to need to get a couple more boxes. I'm going to need at least another box for my DC stuff, another box for my Image, another box for my Spawn, Batman. I'm gonna need like 3 more boxes of comic books. I'm maybe pushing like 4. I'm gonna be pushing like 24 boxes of comic books, possibly by the time I hit March of this year. So I don't know, guys. Just want an outside opinion. Wanted you guys to kind of see what I'm playing with, what I'm working with, and hopefully you kind of enjoyed looking at some of that. If you want to see more of my comics, hit that comment section down below. Let me know. Be glad to oblige. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, helps the channel. Make sure you share the video, get some more people in here because we need subscribers, guys. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. We got new videos almost every day. We got the midweek breakdown tomorrow. I'm gonna be picking up more comic books. What am I doing? Be picking up more comic books tomorrow. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. We got the midweek breakdown, daily wheel spins on GTA, New Game Friday. Just a lot going on here in Rob's Arcade, guys. You don't want to miss a single minute. Thanks for hanging out so much. I will see you guys soon. Remember, this isn't goodbye, simply to be continued. And until next time, don't spend that quarter anywhere else, guys. Take care. Peace.